For Nigeli, a 27-year-old with ADHD living in Pennsylvania, kink and BDSM are the only reasons she has a functioning sex life. I spoke with her over Twitter DM, where she explained that her wife lets her use her phone during sex, partially to combat being distracted. Nigeli's situation and solution is just one unique example of combating adult ADHD in the bedroom. Little attention is paid to how exactly ADHD can affect couples during sex. Another woman I spoke with, Sophia, said that she also has trouble focusing during sex. For one sexual encounter, she kept track of everything she was thinking about: a conflict at work, who would win the season of Top Chef, whether she'd have time to go on a run the next morning. What complicates the situation is that while people of all genders have ADHD, not all genders are treated the same when it comes to diagnosis or treatment. On average, men are diagnosed at a younger age than women, and as a result, have more resources. ADHD in general is severely underreported, particularly for women. According to the founder of the Chesapeake Center for ADHD, many women report getting distracted during sex and didn't know what was wrong with them. They were trying to enjoy it, but also at the same time thinking about a dozen other things. The pressures that women face to get married, to maintain a home and have children and do it all, occur in conjunction with hormonal changes that men don't experience either. With all these combined factors, women with diagnosed or undiagnosed ADHD face an uphill battle. And while women tend to have less support, the issue is not localized just to one gender. Ross, a 22-year-old in Las Vegas, told me that he gets overstimulated when being intimate with his boyfriend. He described wanting to pull away or feeling overwhelmed by touching and kissing before even having sex. All of this is enough to put him out of the mood and is fueled by his ADHD. But how can sex feel like something boring, like paperwork? It all has to do with something called the Default Mode Network, or DMN. That's the network that's engaged when you're mindlessly daydreaming or zoning out. For neurotypical people, the DMN shuts off when they have something to do, like a task. For example, sex. But if you have ADHD, the DMN does not shut off. Both networks function at the same time, and thus, those with ADHD have internal distractions. And distraction may be a result of not only ADHD, but anxiety and depression. And issues in the bedroom may be any combination of the three, with different solutions and treatments. When you're in a constant state of feeling overwhelmed, you're not going to feel very sexy. And when someone is overwhelmed and anxious, shutting out the world is not going to happen, no matter how sexy your external environment is. But if someone with ADHD wants to change their behavior, there are tools they can use. Medication is one, although some medications can affect sexual performance, such as causing erectile dysfunction. But medication may not be right for everyone, and that is just one option. One person we spoke to said that she got into martial arts and changed her diet, which helped her with ADHD and sex. Another option is mindfulness meditation, or the practice of learning to focus and bring your mind back to the task at hand. It is now even being used as a primary ADHD treatment. And perhaps most importantly, exploring and discovering one's sexual preferences is a worthwhile venture. But if you are feeling distracted or unfocused during sex, it's possible that the issue isn't your partner or your preferences, but rather a treatable condition. If you like this episode, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into how sex affects the world around us and how the world around us affects sex. As always, I'm Anna, and thanks for watching Mashable.